During the bitter winter of 1944–45, Grenadiers of Italy's elite Littorio division held their position at St. Ours Hort Fortress along the Italian-French border. These soldiers fought amid crumbling fascist Italy, defending mountain fortifications as Allied forces steadily advanced, marking the final desperate chapter of Mussolini's collapsing regime. On October 9, 1949, a then-unknown Marilyn Monroe posed alongside 7 other aspiring models and actresses, blending anonymously into the crowd. Just years later, she would become the world's most iconic Hollywood star, proof that greatness often stands unrecognized before destiny reveals itself to the world. On March 13, 1996, gunman Thomas Hamilton entered Dunblane Primary School in Scotland, opening fire and killing 16 children and their teacher. The devastating massacre wounded 32 others, shocking the entire world and directly leading to Britain's landmark legislation banning private ownership of handguns nationwide. During the 1942 Kozara offensive, Nazi German and Ustasha forces launched a brutal campaign in occupied Yugoslavia, displacing thousands of Serb civilians. Women and children were torn from their homes, many sent to concentration camps, a tragic chapter of ethnic persecution and wartime suffering in the Balkans. This heartwarming 1950s Dublin photograph captures a father sharing a quiet pint with his young son at a local pub, a candid glimpse into everyday Irish life. A time when pubs served as community hearts, where generations bonded over conversation, warmth, and simple human connection. In 1949, the Pamir, the world's last commercial ocean-going sailing ship, conquered the treacherous Cape Horn waters, a legendary graveyard for sailors. This breathtaking photograph captured the final era of traditional sail-powered commerce, as steam and motor vessels had already rendered magnificent tall ships like Pamir virtually extinct. During Operation Compass in January 1941, British and Commonwealth forces launched a devastating offensive against Italian troops in North Africa, capturing over 130,000 prisoners. This photograph shows defeated Italian soldiers, overwhelmed by a campaign that exposed Mussolini's military weaknesses and dramatically shifted early World War II momentum in Africa. Archaeologists excavating a 2,300-year-old Samnite necropolis in southern Italy uncovered 34 graves filled with remarkable funerary offerings. Most bizarrely, 2 children were discovered buried with massive bronze belts around their midsections, a mysterious and unprecedented ritual practice, offering fascinating new insights into ancient Samnite burial customs and beliefs. This remarkable pre-1901 photograph captures a man eating rice, offering a rare and intimate glimpse into everyday life before the modern era. Simple yet profound, such early photography preserved ordinary human moments, reminding us that daily rituals of nourishment have connected all civilizations across centuries and cultures. This stunning circa 1900s glass negative captures a proud gentleman alongside an early Triumph motorcycle, one of Britain's pioneering machines at the dawn of motorized transportation. Founded in 1902, Triumph represented cutting-edge engineering, a symbol of modernity, freedom, and mechanical ambition during humanity's exciting transition from horse to horsepower. Karla Homolka, Canada's most controversial criminal, partnered with Paul Bernardo in a series of brutal murders during the early 1990s. Despite a controversial plea deal securing her release in 2005, she later married and started a family, shocking Canadians who believed justice was never truly served. In 1940, ground crew loaded bombs into a Savoy Marchetti SM.79 Sparviero, Italy's most formidable medium bomber during World War II. Operating across the African front, the Sparviero earned its fearsome reputation attacking Allied shipping and ground targets, becoming the backbone of Mussolini's Regia Aeronautica throughout the Mediterranean campaign. Japanese soldier Hio Onoda fought alone in Philippine jungles for nearly 30 years, refusing to believe World War II had ended. Finally surrendering in March 1974, he honorably offered his sword to President Ferdinand Marcos, an extraordinary story of unwavering loyalty, remarkable survival, and absolute devotion to duty. On March 13, 1976, President Gerald Ford received a ceremonial bicentennial rifle from a descendant of legendary frontiersman Daniel Boone in Millers Creek, North Carolina. The symbolic gesture celebrated America's 200th anniversary, honoring the frontier spirit and rifle culture that profoundly shaped the nation's identity and historical legacy. During the fierce Battle of Iwo Jima in March 1945, war dogs like Doberman Pinscher Rascal served as invaluable military assets, carrying messages and detecting enemy positions. Here, Private Francis M. Hall kneels beside his loyal companion, honoring the extraordinary bond between soldiers and their fearless canine partners. Captured in the late 1800s, this photograph shows Stella Cay at Quirigua, an ancient Maya city in Guatemala. Already standing over 1,200 years when photographed, these intricately carved monuments recorded royal histories and astronomical achievements, remarkable testaments to the extraordinary sophistication of Maya civilization along the Motagua River Valley. This nostalgic 1950s photograph captures Blackpool, England's most beloved seaside resort at its golden peak. Packed with working-class families escaping industrial city life, Blackpool's iconic promenade, tower, and illuminations represented pure post-war joy, a cherished British tradition where ordinary people found happiness, laughter, and precious memories by the sea. Finnish sniper Simo Häyhä, feared as the White Death, accumulated an extraordinary 505 confirmed kills during the 1939-40 Winter War against the Soviet Union. This peaceful 1961 photograph shows him alongside his dog Kill, a striking contrast between the gentleman and his legendary, devastating wartime reputation. Vinkas Juska was one of Lithuania's heroic book smugglers who risked imprisonment transporting Lithuanian language books across borders during Tsarist Russia's brutal press ban. These cultural warriors preserved their nation's language and identity against forced Russification. Today, March 16th is proudly celebrated in Lithuania as the Day of Book Smugglers. This candid circa 1890s photograph captures two women casually lighting cigarettes, a quietly rebellious act during an era when female smoking was considered deeply scandalous and socially unacceptable. Such images subtly document women's gradual push against Victorian social restrictions, foreshadowing the broader fight for independence and equality ahead. On November 30, 1939, members of Italy's Fasci Italiani All'estero attended the burial of José Antonio Primo de Rivera, founder of Spain's Falangist movement, at El Escorial Monastery. Their presence symbolized the deep ideological bonds between Mussolini's Italian fascism and Franco's newly victorious nationalist Spain following the devastating Civil War. Between December 1941 and February 1942, Japanese forces executed a stunning lightning campaign through Malaya, advancing rapidly along railroad lines and jungle terrain. This photograph captures the ferocious offensive that overwhelmed British defenses, ultimately leading to Singapore's catastrophic fall, considered the greatest British military defeat of World War II. Captured by legendary rock photographer Mick Rock in 1976, this candid photograph shows iconic musician Lou Reed purchasing a puppy, a rare tender moment from the man behind Walk on the Wild Side. Beyond his edgy Velvet Underground persona, Reed was famously devoted to his beloved dogs throughout life. In early March 1945, Corporal Edward Romatowski mans his devastating M2 Browning .50 caliber machine gun atop his Sherman tank in Krefeld, Germany. Allied forces were pushing deep into the German heartland, as the Third Reich crumbled under relentless pressure from both Eastern and Western fronts simultaneously. Photographed around 1894 in George W. Bretz's studio, this dignified portrait captures Obi, a young Kiowa woman from Oklahoma Territory. Taken during a devastating period of forced assimilation policies against Native Americans, her composed gaze powerfully preserves Kiowa identity and quiet resilience against the erasure of an entire culture. At Singapore's notorious Changi prison camp in 1945, These men proudly wear artificial limbs crafted entirely by Warrant Officer Arthur Purdon of the 230th Battalion using primitive camp resources. His extraordinary ingenuity and compassion restored mobility and dignity to fellow prisoners, a remarkable testament to human resilience under unimaginable suffering. This heartbreaking 1945 photograph captures an abandoned boy alone on London's war-scarred streets, embodying the devastating human cost of World War II. Thousands of British children were orphaned, displaced, or separated from families during years of brutal bombing, innocent lives forever shaped by a conflict they never chose. During World War II, Japan launched over 9,000 Fugo balloon bombs across the Pacific, targeting North America. This 1945 Nevada discovery revealed Japan's ingenious yet desperate strategy, using jet stream winds to carry incendiary devices thousands of miles, representing history's first intercontinental weapon ever deployed in warfare. This beautiful 1948 photograph captures a young couple shortly after their wedding, radiating the hopeful innocence of newlyweds embarking on life together. Their remarkable 62-year marriage stands as a profound testament to enduring love, unwavering commitment, and partnership, values that defined an entire generation's approach to life and family. Israel Epstein, a Polish-born Jewish journalist, arrived in China to document and support resistance against Japanese occupation. Photographed in 1944, he later became a Chinese citizen and Communist Party member, ultimately retiring as a standing committee member of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, a truly remarkable international revolutionary journey.